Hey, I want to do a quick video on some of my family's favorite books that talk about emotion and are wonderful talking points to teach our kids empathy, because empathy is super important, especially right now as kids are going back to school. We want our kids to understand what empathy is and how we can show them what it is. So these are just some of my favorite books. Not only are they great because they talk about children's emotions, they're also really good because they have great talking points. Barbara throws a wobbler. Barbara's having a bad day. There's a weird pee. Her socks aren't fitting right. She drops her ice cream cone and she ends up throwing a big giant wobbler. One of the ways that you can talk about empathy in this book is, how would you feel if you found a weird pea in your lunch? How would that make you feel? Would you get upset? How would you feel if you dropped your ice cream? What could we do to make Barbara feel better if she dropped her ice cream? How would that make you feel, and how could we make it better? It also talks about how when Barbara has this big old wobbler and her friends are asking her, "Are you okay? Can I give you a hug?" And she doesn't answer very kindly to them because she's so upset. How would it make you feel if somebody was really angry and said, "No, I don't want to talk to you right now"? How would that make you feel? So great ways to talk about what a tantrum is, a wobbler, how we can get rid of it, and then how we can show empathy to our friends. Love this book. Barbara Throws a Wobbler by Nadia Sheeran. Miss Molly's School of Kindness. She also has Miss Molly's School of Confidence and Manners. They're all fantastic. Miss Molly also makes an appearance in the Good Behavior books for like more of a preschool age, and they're fantastic as well. I love these books. They are written and illustrated by Zaina Davidson and Rosie Reeve. And Miss Molly, this one I love too because it talks about three siblings, sounds like my house, and how they just are not very kind to each other. It has great ways to teach our children how we can be kind to each other, to ourselves, to the environment. It has great talking points about like, how would that make you feel if somebody did that to you? So they want to, Felix wants, is asked, will you be my friend? And he's like, no, because you stink. Well, how would that make you feel? Yeah, there's some really good talking points. One of my favorites, let me see if I can find it real quick, is, oh yeah, this page right here. So, advanced kindness class and the path to unkindness. Why are people sometimes unkind to us? And it might be because they're in the mountain of meanness. Someone might have been unkind to them. Or they're in the valley of black clouds. They're feeling blue, or they're having a bad day. They're on Sadness Street, where maybe something is happening at home that might be making them feel sad or unkind. Or they're on All Alone Island, where they are feeling left out. These are reasons why people might be feeling and acting unkind to you. So let's put yourself in your shoes. They had a really bad day at home, so they're being unkind at school today. What would that make you feel like if you had a really bad start to the morning? Would you be feeling like this, or would you be really happy? Put yourself in their shoes and have that conversation. So not only is this book great for teaching kindness and ways that we can be kind to ourselves, to others, to our environment, it's a really good talking point for teaching our children empathy. Okay, another one for a little bit younger crowd. Love this book, Red, Red, Red. It's by Polly Dunbar. And this little kid really wants a cookie. Okay, they call it a biscuit in here. I want a biscuit. He tries getting one, but by golly, he is too small. The jar is too tight, and he ends up falling down, and he throws this big, giant tantrum. He is seeing red, red, red. How would you feel if you couldn't get that biscuit, that cookie down? How would you feel if you fell when you were trying to do it? Or if you were too small to open that lid? How would that make you feel? We are teaching our kids empathy at a young age by asking those questions. And we're also teaching them that this is what it looks like when we're angry. And ways that we can calm down. Count with me. And you can see how much calmer this kiddo is with counting. And it's great for coping mechanisms. But I love this. At a young age, not only are we teaching about emotions, but we can talk and ask questions that are going to teach our kids empathy. Okay, This one is my favorite for teaching empathy. I love all these books for all sorts of different reasons, showing emotions, and dealing maybe with tantrums or being upset at a young age, because kids have big feelings, guys. But this one is my favorite for teaching empathy. I am almost always kind. And I love that they use the word almost, because no one is perfect. We're going to make mistakes. And that's important to teach our kids. Like, you're not always going to get it right. You're not always going to be perfect. But we can try to be kind as often as possible. So I love this. This little girl is so sweet. She really, really is trying to be kind, but she just doesn't understand, like, why these people got mad. Why the new kid at school didn't like it when she said, "I like your crazy hair." Or the neighbor got upset because she put snails in his garden because she was trying to help the snails. Or her little sister got mad because she was being a troll and trying to stomp on the castles that her sister was making. She didn't put herself in their shoes. And she talks to her mom about putting yourself in other people's shoes, talking about learning about empathy in this book. And I love, kids are literal. This little girl literally puts mom's shoes on to try to understand. And after another conversation, they're like, "Oh, well, the neighbor loves his garden. That's why he got mad. He doesn't want the snails eating his garden." So we can be kind by putting the snails somewhere else. We can be kind to our sister because it looks like a lot of fun. I want to spray my sister. But if I was painting, would I want to be sprayed? Probably not. It could be asking the kid at school, instead of being like, "I'm trying to be kind. I liked your hair. You don't seem to want to play, so I want to be kind to you, but I don't know how. Can you tell me how I can be kind?" That is literally teaching our kids empathy. And then it shows that how acts of kindness can spread from one small act to somebody else, and how when we choose kindness, other people are too. So this one is great. This one is by Anna Melbourne and illustrated by Asa Gilland. And let's learn about empathy this week and share with our family, our kids, how we can be empathetic, especially as we are going into a new school year and we want our kids to choose kindness and show empathy to our schoolmates. Have a great day.